Hello students, in the previous video we learned about the main verbs, and in this video I am going to tell you about auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. See in this example, he is playing. This is a very simple sentence. He is playing. Here playing is the main verb, and one more verb is supporting the main verb, that is. Means when you read this sentence, we come to know that this playing is an action which is done by the subject he, and this action is being done in the present. How we come to know that this action is being done in the present? By looking at this helping verb, because it is in present tense. Like this helping verb, when you look at this helping verb, we come to know that this sentence is in present tense, and the action that is denoted by the subject is being done in the present. So by looking at the helping verb, we come to know that the action playing is being done in the present. Take the other example. He was playing. The same sentence and the same main verb, that is playing, we have changed the helping verb here, and here in this sentence was is the helping verb. And by looking at this word, we come to know that this sentence is in past tense. That means we come to know that action was being done in the past. Action was being done in the past. What is action? Playing. It was being done in the past. By looking at this word was, we come to know that this action was being done in the past. So the main verbs express nature of action. Means this main verb, it expresses what kind of action is being done by the subject. When it comes to the helping verb, that is auxiliary verb, the auxiliary verb helps the main verb in expressing the time or state of the action. This auxiliary verb is helping us to know the time of the action. That means whether the action is being done in the present or the action was being done in the past. So when it comes to how many types of auxiliary verbs are there, we have two types of auxiliary verbs: primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. We have two types of auxiliary verbs: primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. First we take primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries, in a sense, there are three primary auxiliaries. Means we have three forms of primary auxiliary. There are three primary auxiliaries. First one is be forms. Be forms. Here I have given some examples of be forms here. Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. So all these are called as be forms. Usually am is used with I. Is used with he, she, it. Are is used with we, you. So the same wise, like was and were are the past forms of is and are. Like be, being, being. All these forms of verbs are called as be forms. See do forms. We have other type of primary auxiliaries. Those are do forms. Do, does, did. These three words are called as do forms. Now we have one more type of auxiliary, primary auxiliaries, have forms. Has, have, had, having. Has, have, had, having. So all these forms of primary auxiliaries are used when we construct the sentence, the tense of the sentences. That means in present tense, past tense, and we use all these auxiliary verbs to form tenses. the primary verbs are used according to the rules of tenses to make a correct structure of sentence. So what is the use of these primary auxiliaries is they are used to construct a correct structure of the sentence. That means according to the tense we choose the form of the verb and we use these forms in constructing a correct structure of the sentence. And in detail we just go with, like we take be forms first. As I said, is, am, are, was, were, be, being, been, all these are called as be forms. We take one example. He is running. He is running. So here this sentence, in this sentence, be form is used to construct a present continuous tense. To construct a present continuous tense. These are used in sentences to form continuous tense. Actually, be forms are used in sentences to form continuous tense. We take do forms. As I said, do, does, did. These are the do forms. And these do forms are used to construct simple present tense or else simple past tense. The simple present tense or simple past tense, we say it as indefinite tense. Like these are used in sentences of simple or indefinite tense. For example, he does not eat an orange. He does not eat an orange. Now, this sentence is in present simple tense. Like, we framed a negative sentence here because we are using not. And here the subject of the sentence is in third person singular, and so we have used does. Usually we have to remember this. So this does is used with only the third person singular verbs. So here he is the third person singular, and so we have used does along with he. He does not eat an orange. Like if you construct a past tense, simple past tense sentence, she, and we have used this did, do form did because it's in past tense. She did not wait for him. She did not wait for him. This is simple past. So to construct simple present and simple past sentences, we use these do forms as helping verbs. Now we take have forms. Have, has, had, having. So these are all the forms of have, and these are used in constructing a perfect tense. These have, has, had are used in constructing the perfect tense. Examples: she has written the assignment. She has written the assignment. Has written. Written is in past participle form, and has is the have form, the helping verb have form. And we have used this form of the verb to construct a present perfect tense. And we take one more example. I have bought a camera. I have bought a camera. Here bought is in past participle form, and have is the auxiliary verb or the helping verb which is supporting the main verb to construct a present perfect tense sentence. So here the main function of these primary auxiliaries they help in constructing the correct structure of the sentence. So we have two types of auxiliaries. One is primary auxiliaries and second one is modal auxiliaries. So far we have learnt primary auxiliaries. When it comes to modal auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries, they are used to show ideas like possibility, ability, necessity, or intention. Such ideas are expressed through these modal auxiliary verbs. So in a sentence, if we use modal auxiliaries, those modal auxiliaries are used to refer to some ideas like possibility, ability, necessity, intention, compulsion, obligation. Such information can be expressed through these modal auxiliaries. We see the examples of modal auxiliaries: could, can, might, may, shall, will, would, should, ought to, must. All these kind of helping verbs are called as modal auxiliaries. When we use this, could and can is used to express ability in a sentence in general. So could and can be used to express ability. Might, may are used to express possibility. Shall, will, would are used to express intention of the speaker. And should is used to express obligation. Ought to is used to express obligation or duty. And must is used to express necessity, compulsion, or obligation. So in a sentence, if we use modal auxiliaries, they express some idea. Means they may be used to express the ability of the person, or the possibility of the situation, or the intention or obligation, compulsion, like that. And modal auxiliaries are used before a main verb as a helping verb. So as we use primary auxiliaries, we use modal auxiliaries also as helping verbs in a sentence, and these helping verbs are placed before the main verb. Example: he can drive a bike. He can drive a bike. Here, drive is the main verb, and this can is used as a helping verb, but it is a modal auxiliary, and it is used as a helping verb to show the ability of the person that he can drive a bike. Now we see the second example. He may come now. He may come now. Come is the main verb. May is the helping verb, and of course it's a modal auxiliary which is used to give some information that this subject, he, may come now. That means may is showing the possibility of his coming now. And now see the third example. A student must take his exams. A student must take his exams. Here must is used as a helping verb, and that shows that is a compulsion that a student should take his exam. They might come today. So they might come today. In this sentence, might is the modal auxiliary which is used to express some possibility of the situation. Like he must reach in time. He must reach in time. Reach is the main verb. Must is the helping verb. Of course, it's a modal auxiliary which is used to show some necessity of his coming or of his reaching in time. So these modal auxiliaries are used to express some or to show some ideas like possibility, ability, necessity, intention. When you read the sentence which consists of this modal auxiliary, we can draw some information about the situation or about the person, what exactly is happening or what it is telling about. So this is all about the auxiliary verbs. Of course, we have two types of auxiliary verbs. One is primary auxiliary, the second is modal auxiliary. Examples of primary auxiliary: be forms, do forms, and have forms. And examples of modal auxiliaries are could, can, might, may, shall, will, would, should, ought to, must to. Thank you.